Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth.
Nothing's gone wrong!
I am Nathan Goff.
No!
No!
No! That's not how we do it! You try to get out of it. Not working. Would you care to... Do you want to introduce me or shall I introduce you first?
Come on, Michael Buffer.
I'll introduce you first.
The
Across from me, the reigning and defending pool champion in money matches for himself.
Undefeated.
1-0. He is.
Just like my wrestling career.
That's 2-0. He is the man, the myth, the legend, Nathan Goff.
And then across from me is the person who names himself after a podcast.
What?
Matt, the Truth Burns. The malicious one. The maniacal one. The conniving. The eater of many McDonald's. The destroyer of many universes. But we simply know him as Machewy Burns.
My name crossed with a sneeze does not sound that. It's Matthew Burns. Or Matt Burns, as most people call me.
Right then, so let's kick in. I need to address an elephant in a very big room.
We haven't got the space.
Let's go to Impact.
Before we go to Impact,
It can't wait.
It does need to wait for a few seconds. In case anybody's wondering, there might be a few buzzing noises and whatnot during this episode. There's a good reason why. We need some fans on.
It's warm.
It's very warm. I've heard of feeling the burn, but god damn it! Anyway,
So,
back to where you were.
let's address the elephant in the big Impact room.
Go on.
And this contains spoilers. If you don't want to hear spoilers, go forward to 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
So, someone made their debut. Some people might know him as Johnny Mundo. Some people might
Johnny
know him
Mundo,
as John Morrison.
Johnny Morrison,
Or whatever you know him as.
Johnny
However,
Nitro.
When he makes a debut, you do not name him after your show. He has debuted in Global Force Impact as Johnny Impact. Who in the blue hell names a star after the show?
You do realise that's an in joke, right?
Johnny Impact.
Yes.
You could have called him fucking Johnny No Nuts and it would have made more sense.
You do realise at one point he was being called Johnny Nitro. I'm surprised it wasn't Johnny Raw, Johnny SmackDown, Johnny Velocity.
But Johnny fucking Impact.
Yeah.
Might as well call him Condom Split.
He's trying.
And who gives their world title to an undercard?
To what?
The undercard. The Eli Drake Experience.
He probably thinks you're a dummy, doesn't he? Yeah.
Eli Drake is
Eli Drake.
the world heavyweight champion for Impact Wrestling.
Not by what the ring announcer said. He is the Global Force Global Champion! Lost out of track that it's Global Force Heavyweight Champion, moron.
But who cares? I care enough to bring it up because it's stupid. You've got all that talent. And you go with Eli Drake. What has Eli Drake ever done?
He stayed around. He's turned down offers for NXT. Really? Because not many people realise Eli Drake was actually in NXT.
Yes, he was.
Briefly. Very briefly.
But it doesn't make sense.
It might make sense to the company there. It might not make sense to you. It depends what they've got in store in upcoming events. What they got planned for him. Who's next on the list to who's going to be chasing him for the title.
But no, so that's that. I've got that off my chest. I'm a little bit happier now.
Feel better?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it feels a little bit dirty bringing up Impact Wrestling.
It's not like he married somebody to keep his visa.
Yeah.
Poor Grado.
So, where would you like to properly start the episode then?
Me? I'd like to go to NXT.
Okay.
Because we've got plenty to talk about in there.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to mention in NXT first, or?
Adam fucking Cole, baby!
I'm surprised you didn't interrupt me with that motherfucker. I'm surprised you didn't go, is there anything? Adam Cole, baby! And you were expecting me to do it, weren't you?
I thought I'd beat you.
Are you surprised you beat me?
No. So, we had Takeover Brooklyn, number 3.
Yep.
Solid show, bit iffy at parts, but solid.
Solid, very solid. I thought it was brilliant. It's got some of its ups and some downs. Some of the downs were actually from the aftermath of the show, which we'll actually come on to after we mentioned about the Adam Cole baby. Now, this is quite some big news, and what's so interesting is a lot of people have instantly assumed, almost as soon as he signed, they were thinking, when's he coming in, when's he coming in? I know a few people might have assumed he might have been in there that night, or at least shown his face.
Yeah.
Not making a debut.
Well, it was rumoured that he was going to be making a debut because he was travelling around with the roster.
Yeah.
So
it's good that he has been travelling.
What was better is that they kept Red Dragon
Together.
Venom.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no one knew that they were coming.
They knew they wrestled there, but they didn't know they were coming. And when did they appear? Just as the tag team titles changed hands.
Yeah.
I've heard of... Well, I have to give Sanity their props for taking down
The Authors of Pain.
the Authors of Pain in a unique fashion, as some might say. But as soon as I thought to myself, that's interesting, because at first, from the way the Sanity was around the Authors of Pain, at first I thought, have they just turned the Authors of Pain face? But then when the event came around for the show, you could clearly see that Sanity were more the fan favourites.
Yeah.
And Authors of Pain were getting more of sticking in more beatings on Sanity.
Yeah.
But what a way to finish that match. As soon as he's got, the crown new champions, they come out of left field and lay waste.
Yes, and it was good that they didn't do it with Adam Cole straight away.
Yeah.
It was just them two.
Yeah. It was interesting. Because it was like, ooh.
So that was decent. That was a really decent part of the show. Asuka, what a match.
Great match. However, we brought up a few things before that we actually watched the match, if I'm not mistaken, because we actually saw one mistake that happened in the build-up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Why build up a unbeatable move that I want to assume is going to beat the champion?
And then let it go away on a free show.
On a free show. Morons!
Well, I aren't calling Takeover Brooklyn a free show.
No.
I'm calling NXT
a free show.
Yeah.
Oh, technically it's not because you have to pay $9.99 for it. But the point being is, you've watched on the regular programme,
and it wasn't even in a match.
It wasn't even in a match. Yeah, like I said,
It was just a segment.
just a segment talking, then bam, thrown in, and it was like, oh, if we get it down the pay-per-view, that'll be over. Well, she's now been hit by it. She knows how it feels. More Pete's.
But no, so that was decent. However, she sustained a shoulder injury,
Yes.
which is keeping her out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Which they actually don't know what was the cause of it. Could be the finish, could have been a slam that's gone awry. But it's very unfortunate that it's happened. However, in this, because of that happening, Asuka got given some bad news.
Yes.
She has had to
Relinquish the title due to her wanting to go up to the main roster, which is how they're pulling this off.
It's not just that. She's got to give the championship up because she's injured, and she wouldn't be able to defend it.
Yeah, but they have
it's
pulled
a
it
grand. It's a bit of a nice little opening, a way to get her up to the main
off.
roster.
Yeah, and they didn't even mention that she was injured.
Yeah.
So, like, they've done it well. They've kept her reputation in line, and they've just said the next couple of weeks and months she's going to be negotiating with Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Gives her enough time to
Heal up, rest up, and be prepared. Now, rumour has it she's going to Raw,
yes.
which, regardless whoever's the champion there, maybe on notice,
She'd be better on SmackDown.
will be better on SmackDown, if I'm honest, because I think on Raw it's very, very convoluted, where on SmackDown it seems very open, anybody's game and whatnot.
Whereas Raw's pushing 2 or 3 superstars. and
Push,
that's
push,
it.
push, 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 down our throats, we get sick of the same fights, and then bring somebody else. Repeat. It seems more repetitive on Raw than on SmackDown, where it's more, you don't know who's going to be facing whom.
Yeah. It's more the land of opportunity.
Which is what Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon be doing.
Yeah. So what else happened at TakeOver that was decent? Yeah. Obviously, you've got the Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre.
That you do.
The finish at the end with Adam Cole and
Baby.
Red Dragon.
Yeah. I think what was so interesting is, you knew something was up the second you saw him turn around and they were there. You knew something was up.
Yes. So what else did we have?
We also had, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah.
Who had a fantastic match. Didn't get the win, which I understood. I just think the finish could have been done a little bit better. I understood what the finisher was, just could have been...
We had Cassius, oh yes.
What?
We had Cassius, oh yes.
Oh yes?
Well, it isn't oh no.
Really? What did you think of Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami?
Very hit and miss.
It's hard because that's going to be a different style, because it's going to be a very base strike style match, which not a lot of
In
fans...
Japan, it would have gone down brilliant.
Brilliance, yeah, definitely. Where in America it might not come across as flashy, more barbaric.
It depends what you're trying to translate across. And that match in Japan, in NJPW or anything like that, it would have gone down a treat.
Yes.
Over here, yeah.
On the UK, depends on how some of you view it. If someone got American view style, not so much. I think British style might have understood it a bit more, because they use more of a tell of the story. But even so, it's still hard to translate.
How about Andre Cien Almas?
That's what I was on about with Johnny Wrestling.
What did you think of the finish? Because I know when we watched it, you weren't a big fan of it.
I wasn't a big fan of it in the sense of it didn't look right. I understood what they were doing. If it was done right, I would have been fine with it. It just didn't. It didn't fit right, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So let's move on to SummerSlam.
Yep.
Let's just quickly go through it, because everyone's watched it by now, I assume.
If you haven't, where the hell have you been?
So, Sasha Banks versus Bliss.
Tap out.
Yes. Very back and forth match. Sasha Banks with yet another big entrance.
Yes. Again, the question is Bayley really injured?
No, it's a work.
Are they turning Bayley heel?
No. They just didn't want her in the main event. It's about building up sympathy, and it's...
I've heard of building up sympathy, but that was at the wrong time. And I feel as though it was like, oh, that to me just looked like WWE
It was a cheap way out.
It was a cheap way out, and WWE it just basically just said, we don't have faith in you. Hi, Sasha!
Well, her reactions aren't as good as Sasha Banks's.
It might not be, but the point being is, if you're going to put somebody in that position, don't just go, ooh, change your mind. Oh, that's just...
Her gimmick translated very well in NXT.
Yeah.
On the main roster, not
so much. But to be honest...
Which is what we said originally, that she might struggle with that gimmick on that roster.
But I think what's not exactly helped is some of the angles she's had.
Yes, well they haven't, but... You have to play with the cards you dealt.
True. Very, very true. And unfortunately at this moment in time, it doesn't look like it's working. So, what are they planning?
Well, no one knows. If we knew that, we'd be worth quite a bit.
No kidding.
The Fatal 4-Way stole the show for me.
Fatal 4-Way?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar,
Yep,
Reigns.
definitely. Was a match stealer.
And it showcased Lesnar as a very good storyteller when the motivation's there. It shows that he can actually wrestle, he can actually sell when he needs to.
He knows how to put somebody over.
And how good did Braun Strowman look?
MVP. He's my MVP. My God, he was my MVP.
I thought it was brilliant how they were carting Lesnar out on like a stretcher.
And you got Braun Strowman laughing while Heyman screaming at him saying, "What have you done?"
I'm not done with you yet.
Destroyed him. And what was so convincing is he didn't do it wholeheartedly. He literally just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Now, not many people can say they've done that.
No, it wasn't done half-arsed, it was done with intent.
Yeah. However, that show clearly showed who was the more over. Joe was over. Strowman was over. Lesnar was over. Roman. Fuck. Gets in the ring. Hoorah! Boo!
They don't like him because he's been shoved down the throats. If it was a part of the Shield reunion, he'd get a cheer.
Yeah. Problem is, he has been forced down our throats. That much, it's unreal. However,
We don't know how to do the organic build anymore.
Would you like an interesting fact for Roman?
Go on.
Do you like how they keep saying how much of a big dog he is?
Yeah.
He's the man. He's he's polarizing. He's very hard to beat and everything.
Go on.
Ready for this? When was Roman's last pay-per-view? When?
Extreme Rules.
Nope.
Go on.
WrestleMania.
I thought he beat Strowman before. Oh no, he beat
On
Strowman.
Raw. He beat Strowman on Raw.
Yeah.
Not on pay-per-view. On pay-per-view since WrestleMania where he defeated the Streak, not the Streak, defeated Undertaker, supposedly retired him. He hasn't won a pay-per-view since.
Yeah, because he's got to give back. They've got to build new stars.
Which I agree. However, if they're going to keep forcing him into pay-per-views, he's got to have some W's on the pay-per-views. Otherwise, why does he keep getting title shot after title shot?
He's suffering from Bray Wyatt syndrome at the moment.
Yes. And the problem is, he's winning on Raw, which is fine. It's fine winning on Raw. But when it's coming to pay-per-views, it's nope, 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 denied.
How do we go?
Nope, 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 denied.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. I thought could have done with an extra 5 minutes.
Could have
but
done.
Good match. Nice to see Finn's alter ego.
The Demon making its return.
When will we get to see him again? Next again? God knows, but we should enjoy it while it lasts.
We should. That we should. However, I did like his entrance. He's got the whole world in his hand.
See, the thing about that match is, it was all about mind games, and it was like, right, what will he do for a special entrance? Because the Demon always gets just that little bit of added effects.
And you need to have the mind games. And as much as having Taker off most of the show, and he might make a return at WrestleMania or not, one thing that the Undertaker's good at
Is gimmicks.
and the mind games.
Yeah.
Regardless of it, Austin said on broadcast multiple times, being in the ring with Undertaker, and he's coming down to the entrance with that music and everything. He's like, "Oh shit, he's coming for me!" He's like, and if I recall, somebody actually said once on a broadcast for an Undertaker match, he was at a mode in the entrance. By the time Taker got there, he's like, "Oh fuck. What are we doing?" He was at a mode in the entrance. He completely, it's almost like brainwashed him.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Undertaker. His gimmick actually transcended through the entrance. Everyone was gripped as soon as that gong went.
As soon as you hear it, just gong.
It transcended errors, which is brilliant.
It is, and Austin's got an entrance like that with the glass shatter.
Yeah. That goes back to a point we always used to speak about. Does an entrance make a star? And I believe yes.
Yes. Yes, it does.
The entrances now are really generic. They all sound pretty much the same. There's a few differences. You know, Glorious is a good one, with that little piano riffed in at the beginning.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, but when you look at some of the other ones like Strowman's and the Hardys,
Big Cass.
generic.
Big Cass.
Which annoys me. It does annoy me.
When I first heard Big Cass's, I was like, really?
What did you think of the Big Cass and Enzo match?
Really? Not much.
No?
Don't think it should have been on the main show.
Well, that's fair enough.
It should have been pre-show.
Yeah. And stick the Usos on the main.
Yeah. Because I thought that was a good match.
Yeah.
I thought that was more worthy than the thingy.
Have you seen Enzo has been put on 305, not 305, 205 Live?
Called it.
So, that's happened.
And what a way to do it as well.
Well,
Straight after Neville wins his title back on pay-per-view.
yeah.
As soon as he beats Tower, as soon as he defends his title, there's nobody here to beat me. And enters Enzo. Nobody's realised this, by the way.
Go on.
Do you know what Enzo's labelled as, weight-wise?
220.
206. Enzo! Lose a damn pound!
And not the coin.
And not the pound sterling.
I suppose finally, congratulations go out to Natalya.
Yes. However, did not expect it.
No. but it is deserved.
Very well deserved. And there was two people. There was one person she really wants to thank as soon as she won it. Her husband.
Yeah, Tyson Kidd.
Who's been following her. However, the first person... Do you know who the first person was to bump into?
Go on.
As soon as she got in the back? Finlay. First one to bump into her. Instant hug. Instant hug. And I do think she is deserving of it. I just don't think the current character that she had, or has, suited it.
Doesn't matter. She's got it.
However,
she'll put good matches on.
However, she will turn that around, I think, because she's now got the title. Hopefully allow her to be more charismatic. She can be a very charismatic woman.
Yeah. But she's a better wrestler than she is a gimmick person.
Correct. Which a lot of people are saying, oh, we can't wrestle, so why can't he have a title? Have you seen Cena? A lot of people are saying he can't wrestle. Well, a lot of people say he can't wrestle. And
Cena does one of the most important things in wrestling.
He actually can wrestle. That's the funny thing.
He gets a reaction. They aren't bothered what reaction you get, as long as you get a reaction.
And another good thing about it, he wrestles the way he wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
Because, do you know why a lot of people wrestle the way they want to?
Go on.
Because why would you want to put yourself in a position you're not used to, do something stupid, and injure yourself?
You don't mind doing like the odd move, but you got to keep
It's
it
okay.
sane.
It's okay to do the odd move here and there, which Cena seems to be doing now and again.
Yeah.
You know, catching everybody off guard with a cool new move from out of nowhere, not like an RKO, which we'll get to in a minute. Right, and the good thing about it is, I find Cena quite interesting in that sense because he knows how to protect himself.
Yeah.
But also still be entertaining. As much as some people may say, he's been rammed down our throats. Is he in the title picture right now?
No.
Well, what's he doing?
He's feuding with, starting a feud with Reigns.
Yeah.
Have you seen what the main event for WrestleMania 34 might be?
Yes.
Go on.
I don't wanna.
Go on.
I don't wanna.
Go on.
Damn Brock Lesnar.
And
Roman Reigns.
that is the supposed main event.
Wow, shocking. Do you want my personal view on this?
Go on.
Not interested in the slightest. If anything, that is more likely to get subscribers to cancel.
Yeah. I'd rather see Strowman versus Lesnar at the Rumble.
I'd rather see Strowman versus Roman at WrestleMania than that. Or Lesnar. The problem I have with this is, how many fucking main events does he need?
Who?
Roman.
How many has Cena had?
Yes, but there's a difference though. There is a difference, and I understand. Right, Cena did have many. He was the champ and whatnot. There is putting over, and he was forced down our throats. At least they've now learned to back the fuck off.
Yeah.
Roman is getting fucking main event matches, main event WrestleManias, without a damn title. Yes, it was for against Undertaker, but there was no streak this time.
No, but it was Undertaker's
But I was
last
glad
match.
it was his, potentially his last match. But this is the problem. Roman is now being forced down our throats again. There's main event in WrestleMania. Yay, what does that mean? He's winning the Rumble again?
No, I don't think it'll be for a title or anything. I think it'll be for pride. I honestly believe Strowman's champion.
Right. Hopefully.
Strowman v Lesnar going into Survivor Series is the plan.
If, and I mean this, if I see Roman versus Lesnar for the damn title, it may actually get me to cancel my subscription. Because why would we want to see a match that's already happened 2 or 3 WrestleManias ago, was it?
Yes.
Why? Oh, we didn't finish it off there and whatnot. They've already done it. They're still doing the same stuff. It's boring, people. Don't keep having the same WrestleMania matches so close to each other. Yes, I understand that we've had Rock and Austin how many times?
3.
There's a difference between them. How many years between them?
It was always a year between them, so you have 15, 17, 19.
But there's a difference between them pair.
Go on.
They're actually charismatic.
Yeah, and they changed the feud around.
Exactly. One was villain, one was goody. Both of them goodies, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
But here's the problem in this situation. Roman, I'm big guy, I'm the big dog. Balls to you. Don't believe a single word. You got fucking a push from Taker because he's bowing out.
Well, that's what happens. And
Right? You got your lucky break. Oh, you might potentially retire doing the Taker. Bit of advice. Turn. Be a heel. Do something. Be entertaining.
he can't choose.
Fight for it. Be entertaining. And when I say be entertaining, I don't mean none of that fucking succotash shit.
Why don't you discuss John Cena's debut on Raw with the crowd reaction to him and Reigns? So the crowd reaction to him and Reigns, with the crowd going, "You both suck."
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that?
Two top stars, the two major stars, are being spat on by the fans. Not great start, that isn't. It's not good. The only thing I can think of them playing right now with this is the fact that they're hoping that them putting them against each other, one of them can at least come out on top. Be coming out the good guy. Problem is, I can see exactly what's going to happen. So from the get-go, Cena comes out, does his thing, brings up the whole fact that him and him are having back and forth arguments on Twitter. They're going to have a match. Roman's going to do this. He's going to do that. It's going to go back and forth. End result. Right? Because, answer me this. If Cena wins, Cena doesn't get anything from it. He's just beat a rising star and put him down. Buried him. So he's just probably buried Roman Reigns. So that'll either give Roman Reigns sympathy with the crowd, possibly, or may cheer Cena for actually putting him out of our minds because he's been shoved down our throats too much, or, and this is the most likely, Cena's going to do what he does. Cena's going to do what's best for business, because Cena is now considering himself part-time, or even if he isn't part-time, he's what is known as a free agent. So at this moment in time, he is now helping to push other talents. He's going to, fair enough, he beat up Baron Corbin, right, on SmackDown. He faced Jinder Mahal, somehow beat the champ without taking the title. Well done. So, however, he's got some fresh faces to face on Raw. He's got himself, he's got Finn Balor, he's got Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. He can even potentially have another rematch against Brock Lesnar. Regardless of it, he's got the opportunity to put a lot of talent over, whether he's beating them or not. He's got the opportunity to help push their characters, further develop them, and help them get over the crowd. So, what I personally think is going to happen, he's going to face Roman, it's going to build, and Roman is going to beat Cena. Right? The only thing that's going to do, and this is my own personal opinion, not Nathan Goth's, not the Burning Truth, Matt Burns' own personal view over the situation, which is Roman's going to beat Cena in the feud, and you know what he's going to do? Nothing, because Cena's only part-time, and people are going to be thinking he's leaving regardless, and Roman's going to be still getting booed because he's being shoved down our throats.
Okay. Can I wake up now?
Yeah, you can. Rant over.
Rant. Done. Okay.
What's your view on it?
Oh, it's just all a crock of shit.
Pretty much.
I'd rather see John Cena have his 17th world title.
Is it depressing? I actually think that myself. Good lord. Good lord! I actually want him to beat Ric Flair's streak, title streak, over him feuding with Roman Reigns. Good lord.
So, I think that's enough of the American scene to last us a little bit, for last us a week.
You don't want to talk SmackDown?
Well,
You don't want to talk SmackDown?
oh, no one's got time for that.
I've got plenty of time.
I want to talk the British scene
Can I just cover a little bit of SmackDown?
a little bit.
A little bit?
Go on.
Right. What's next for Jinder?
Tinder.
I know I shouldn't be just nodding my head on a radio broadcast, but it was that bad.
Swap left.
I'm swiping left.
He'll carry on feuding with Nakamura.
Yeah, eventually, possibly with Nakamura taking the title.
Yeah.
Eventually,
I think it'll be at the next pay-per-view,
possibly.
which is Hell in a Cell.
I think theirs is Hell in a Cell, but the next Raw one is No Mercy.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got that view. What's your view on Chad Gable?
With Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Could be a good tag team. Just seems like they've swapped one American wrestling background for another American wrestling background.
Nicely put, is all I'll say. Very nicely put. Because this is the one thing I was passing over to you, because I was not saying that.
Well, what were you thinking?
Foot in mouth.
And these are the views of Matt Burns and only Matt Burns.
One NCAA champion against one, trade for another NCAA champion.
Don't you find it hypocritical how they swapped one black African American for another black African American?
I have no idea what you're on about. I have no idea what you're on about.
How much do you feel if you're Shelton Benjamin? Yeah, you're not quite as good as Jason Jordan, so you could go team with Chad Gable.
And did you see his face?
Like, that is the actual look of, I could have stayed in Ring of Honor. However, I heard Maria's here.
She's here. But anyway, more interesting news on that in a minute.
Go on.
But did you see? I was at Shelton Benjamin. There's only two ways I can see this happening: either it'll work as a great tag team,
Or it'll fuck up.
or I can see Shelton turning,
Yeah.
which will be an interesting way to keep
Reboot.
what
To re-debut.
on sort of re-debut, sort of give something for Chad Cable,
Yeah.
and also for Shelton Benjamin. However, interesting, nice little segue for us. Maria, she's not in trouble.
Go on.
However, her husband is.
Go on.
He hasn't been training,
Right.
and he's being punished.
Yeah.
Basically, he's in the doghouse because he hasn't done proper training and not been doing it right.
Yeah.
And because of this, that's the reason why we haven't hardly seen him at all.
Right.
So, the love fest could be over already.
Can we keep Maria and just get rid of Mark Bennett?
No, that's not going to happen. Because
Miracle. Maria Canales.
that could actually work. But the problem is, everyone's always going to notice, he's here! Oh my god! The miracle! Mike Bennett.
Can I bring up something that I think's interesting? Earlier on in the week, there was a supposed report that Rusev and Lorna asked for their release.
Yes, I know about this one.
And Lorna called it rubbish. Now, I can believe that Rusev would have asked for his release, but I don't think Lorna would have.
Well, Rusev possibly... I like how you brought Rusev up, because we actually almost forgot about that from SummerSlam. Rusev, yes, possibly, because especially over his SummerSlam pay-per-view.
Go on.
Come down. Randy Orton comes down, gets pummeled a little bit. Rusev gets thrown in the ring. Ding ding! RKO!
Bye-bye.
1, 2, 3. You do know how close that was. You know where that is in the record books right now?
About 8 seconds.
12. It's close to about 12, 13 or 14 or something. Second fastest match
Right.
in pay-per-view history.
Nice.
Well, no, not in championship history. Not actual matches. Not in championship history. Do you know who is the first?
Go on.
Who holds record for first?
Santino.
Christian. 9 seconds.
What was Kane's ECW title defense at WrestleMania?
For the ECW title?
Yeah.
Bit longer.
Was it?
Yep.
Didn't seem longer.
It did. There's an extra 10 seconds on top, I think.
Well, you know all you can do in 10 seconds.
Well, we know what Java can do.
Nothing and like it.
No. Arrive! Chokesland! Cry out.
Right, so, back to asking for the release. So Lorna's come out and said that it's all bollocks and don't believe everything you
Poppycock.
read.
But Rusev stayed quiet.
Yeah, so there could be a little bit of truth of Rusev
There
asking
could
for
be
his
a little bit of
release.
truth, but I don't think there is.
No. So, right. Let's move on to British wrestling. Because, obviously, you don't understand how hot it is in here. And it's just sucking all the air out of here.
It's killing me.
So, UK wrestling. Tomorrow we're in Gornal,
Going up.
where, you know, the sun shines and the fish go through. The seaside ice cream.
He doesn't. Yep. Where the pints are filled cold.
No, so we're there tomorrow. It should be a good show.
It should be a good show. Possibly some great matches on, and we should be there. Possibly doing commentary.
Possibly. Very possibly. What comes next? Where are we next weekend?
I believe we've got, if I'm not mistaken, we've got Wolfram Pro.
Yes.
It should be interesting. And yes, folks, we do apologise for the lack of interviews recently.
But they will all be addressed. We can't spoil you 52 weeks of the year.
As much as we may want to try.
Yes, but we have lives that we have to live
I-
as well.
I have to live. I have to have a social life.
Yeah, so that's interesting. What's the next stage? So we're going to start doing interviews again, hopefully starting tomorrow. We'll crank a couple out, we're going to crank a couple out at Wolf Run, and then also we've got the ability now when we're at Pro Wrestling Subjective.
And we've also got potentially some more reviews coming out as well.
Yeah, at the Academy. I've wrote a couple of reviews, we're just waiting for the time for them to be published.
To be published and proofread and everything and double checked over. It's just we've had quite a bit of a busy schedule.
Yeah, so they're all there, they're all coming together, so they will be available to read.
As soon as they are available to read, they will be posted out on Facebook, through all the social media channels and whatnot, and whatnot. We have actually got some additional news for wrestling, if I'm not mistaken. SWA has just announced their first match for their next event.
Go on.
What a way to have a main event.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne
Go on.
who is the current
Yeah. Reigning.
WWE UK champion,
Yes.
against Damien Dunn. Brother versus brother. What more can you say? What a match that'll be. And the funny thing about it is I've actually seen this match done before. They know how to work.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff going on the British scene at the moment.
Plenty.
ICW have done a brilliant build-up with Jimmy Havoc
Yes,
coming back, and they've got the Texas Death Match.
that they do. Which he's actually famous for.
Yeah, which is the Fatal 4-Way as well.
Yep.
So that's really good. We've also got a Stokey featured in that match.
Have we?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Whiplash.
Yes, and not many people realise it's a Stokey.
Not many people do realise that, and it's quite interesting.
And he's got himself a new valet,
Yes.
who is all 10 sorts of fucked up. She makes him seem sane.
I looked at it, I was like, and we thought, he was dangerous!
But no, so some good stuff going on. Now, I think that's a nice little segue to the last part. 'Cause I know you want to cover some things.
There is, but we have actually got to bring up some news that was actually posted on the Facebook that we know our colleagues has been dealing with currently.
Yeah.
There's currently been a bit of a slight ongoing issue at the moment with the UKWA and with a fellow wrestler by the name of the Berryweight Drill.
Yes.
Which there was some back and forth arguments over the championship, because what was officially happened, the championship was actually defended without prior knowledge of the committee, and the committee saw fit to cause a bit of a retribution of a punishment due to the events of that decision being made without their acknowledgements, because when that match was officially done,
yeah,
the person in question who should have been still holding that championship was no longer holding it.
No.
Which caused a bit of an uproar back and forth, with some people saying he shouldn't have been stripped, it should have been stayed on the it should have just been returned and whatnot. However, UKWA has deemed it differently.
However, just to cut a long story short,
that has actually been resolved and sorted. Meetings were dealt with between the Berryweight Drill and the UKWA committee.
Yeah.
And the as we
a compromise has been reached.
Compromise was reached. However, as they stated in the post, the decision to strip him was final.
Yeah.
But for what's best for business and for the wrestling community, to give a fair chance to regain.
Yeah, they give what people might call justice for Drill. He got his chance to redeem himself.
I will say with the justice for Drill, it's sort of, I wouldn't call it justice. Justice has been happened, because he's got to fight for it. They haven't got what they wanted. It would be justice.
Well, it's a chance for him to redeem himself.
It's a chance to redeem. But it's a chance to redeem, which is a great opportunity, I think. But however, I will say it's actually nice that there's fans that actually go out and stand up.
Yeah. So
brilliant.
Moving on, he's got his chance to go for the belt. His first match in the Ladder of Redemption
is against I believe Matt Brooks.
Yes.
Which is at Wrestle Island.
Which should have been the defence.
It should have been the defence. However, if whoever wins that match actually gets a guaranteed title shot against the new champion once he's been crowned.
Yeah, down the line.
The line. So we're
keep your eye out for that, and you'll be able to take note from there. So let's go on to wrapping everything up, unless you've got
I'm going to say the usual stuff. Our usual stuff as always, which is part of the wrap up. We're just going to cheap plugs. Would you say?
Yeah. So cheap plug. So our colleagues, the UKWA and the UKWFZ.
Yeah, and we'll give a shout out to the Heavyweight Drill.
Yes. Also, you have our colleagues over at Changes
That we do
for Healthy Minds.
For Healthy Minds. I've been recommending New Breed, which is a crew a Manchester band, which I do recommend. We've also got, we've got plenty of YouTube channels that we like to. Botchamania.
Team 4 Star.
And didn't we find a new one recently?
Smooch or
Smosh
Games.
Smosh Games.
Which is really good. Like they've done some stuff with WWE in the build up to SummerSlam. So give it a watch and you can see a happy Rhino dance.
Or a sad Rhino dance.
Yeah.
Where it's had us.
And tears.
Tears. At one point, if I'm not mistaken, you had to pause the video because I just keeled over.
Yes. So that's brilliant. And they're well worth the look. But other than that, folks, stay safe and,
as always,
find us at the usual places: theburningtruth@outlook.com, Wrestling's Fourth Wall, and you can find us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, it's our usual places.
You can find Matt Burns on a street corner.
No.
Being a merch hole.
No, I'm not a merch hole. Nope, I have not sold any merch yet.
So other than that, folks, stay safe.
And we'll hopefully see you either in the next interview, next review, next broadcast. So with that in mind, as always, check out your local wrestling. Stay well, stay safe.
Bye, folks.
Catch you later.